Hey, this is Prometheus giving you another offensive scheme breakdown. This is out of the Oakland Raiders playbook, and it's the pistol formation twin tight end slot. And this actually has got some really good plays in the actual formation. One of the run plays that is just a bastard of a run play is a strong power, so that's a good play that you have in your formation. Also, the Y stick is actually a very good formation, and I think I found a route concept combination that really could drive your opponent nuts. And then hitch corner. So what I want to do is I want to go into my audibles. I want to go ahead and this is not something that's good for MUT because I want to make adjustments to my audibles for this scheme. So let's go into pistol twin slot. We're going to leave the Y stick as my base audible. My run audible, what we're going to do is we're going to use the dive down the middle. For my left bumper audible, we're going to go ahead and use hitch corners. And then for my right bumper audible, we're going to do a play action center waggle. So those are going to be my audibles. Let's go ahead and take a look at the run plays. All right, so my base audible run that I'll be able to audible into is going to be the halfback dive, which is going to be right down the middle. So obviously, if you've seen my channel before, I want to do outside runs, and this particular play formation comes with some really good offensive runs and strong power, where we've got the two pulling guards, and then you have the halfback counter, which has got a guard and tackle pulling the opposite direction, which really can catch your opponent off kilter a little bit on defense. And if he starts really stretching and spreading his defense out, if you still want to run off to the side, you can use the halfback stretch. So let's just go ahead and break down just a strong power run. All right, so we basically count the box. We've got 4 defenders over here, but we're gonna have essentially 5 blockers to that side, and if we get the corner, we'll be able to pick up some pretty monster yards right there with the running back. The opponent comes down. It looks like it's a roll defense. You can go ahead and once again flip the play and just try to get on the inside. As you can see, it just works like a counter. And it just basically look for the holes. You can either run in the inside or the outside, able to pick up some good yards. So let's take a look at the counter play. So if your opponent starts usering over to the right-hand side of the formation where the 2 tight ends are at, you can use a counter play. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and look for the hole right up the middle. You can see there was an easy 7 yards right there. And once again, I've got the counter going to the left-hand side. And all I do is I just look for the blocking, able to pick up some pretty easy yards, 10-yard gain right there. Now, if your opponent starts chaining off the left-hand side where the counter is going to be at, you can always go ahead and flip it. And really what's going to happen now is that you're going to have a ton of blocking that's going to be going over there. You're going to essentially have seven blockers going against those 5 guys. And you should be able to get around the corner right there and pick up some major yards, as you can see right here. Be able to go ahead and pick up a touchdown on it. Now, if your opponent starts spreading out its defenders down the middle, what you can do is you can go into the audible for the dive. And it's going to be easy yards to pick up right there if he starts exposing the center and goes into a wide set. So right there, really easy to pick up yards, 10 yards. So let's go into the passing plays. All right, so the first audible I want to break down is Y stick. And what I like to do with this particular play, I like to go ahead and streak up Holmes, which is my slot wide receiver. And I also like to streak up Osbury, which is my second tight end. Now, this play really, my progressions are going to be from left to right. I'm going to look over to the left. I'm going to see what happens with the slant route with Jones. If Jones gets underneath the coverage where Holmes is at and is wide open, I'm going to go ahead and take that. It's going to be a 7-8 yard gain right there. If there's somebody floating around Jones's area, I know for a fact Reese will be wide open. And the reason behind that is that Reese, the tight end number 1 with that streak, tight end number 2 in this set with that little stick option route is always going to find the zone. Now, if you have a good quarterback, a quarterback like Tom Brady, if you have a good tight end like a Gronkowski, you're going to be able to hit this play consistently against your opponent, and he'll never be able to stop it. So what I'm going to do is I've got a subpar quarterback. I got an average, mediocre at best quarterback in Derek Carr. I'm going to go ahead and run this play just looking at Reese and Osbury, because I'm going to show you that Osbury clears out the zone, Reese falls into the right area, and you'll actually get a completion every time. Let's see how many times I can run it. I ran this play 10 times without any kind of issue at all, caught the ball for 5 or 6 yards or more every single time. So let's go ahead and run this, and we're just going to throw strictly to Reese. I'm not going to even care about the coverage at all. And as you can see right there, I actually dropped the ball, but I caught like 6 balls in a row, and the tight end will always get wide open on this route. Now, what I like to do also is, I want to go ahead and look on the left-hand side. So really my read's going to be from left to right. I'm going to look for Holmes and see if Holmes clears out the zone. Now, unless I'm pressed, I know I'm going to beat man coverage with a slant. It's going to always beat that. So I'm just going to look in Holmes' direction and see if Jones comes open free. If he's not free, I'm going to go ahead and check it down to Reese. And if those two guys are taken out, then my streakers, either Holmes or Osbury, got to be wide open. So Reed's going to be off to the left, as you can see right here, able to go ahead and pick up easy 5 yards right there. That was a bad pass by Carr. Go back to left again. As you can see right there, able to pick up some easy yards. Once again, got a guy in the area and able to go up top for a big gain. Right read would have been Reese on that last play. Once again, you're going to go ahead and pick up some pretty easy yards right there. So reads are going to be from left to right, and if a guy falls in that zone, I know I can hit Reese down at the tight end in the bottom. So really, this is a really great base play to run, attacking the inside against your opponent, forcing him to defend against that. So you can see that the ball was dropped by my wide receiver. So let's take a look at the next play. All right, so the next play we're going to look at is going to be hitch corners, and basically this is going to be a play that I'm going to either attack to the right side or to the left side, depending on the way the defense looks to me. Now, if I see press coverage like I see right now, especially if the slot wide receiver is getting pressed, generally means that I'm going to be dealing with some kind of a cover 2 man type coverage. So with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Jones, I'm going to put him on a hot route. I'm going to smart route his hitch route. I'm going to take Holmes, I'm going to go ahead and put him on a slant route to the right. I'm going to take Osbury, I'm going to go ahead and put him on a streak. Now, if that happens, if I see the defender on my wide receiver Jones show his back to me, I know it's man coverage, and I can throw the ball indiscriminately, pass lead down to Jones. See the pass right there, able to go ahead and get it off. Now, if it's slightly off coverage, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take Osbury. I'm going to put him on a slant in. I'm going to leave Holmes' route the way it is. I'm going to go ahead and take Jones and smart route him for depth. I'm going to see what happens. And if my defender gets bumped over the line, I'm going to go ahead and check down to Osbury. Osbury did not get a clean release on that, but let's try it again. All right, so once again, I've got the way this formation looks like this. If I got off coverage, as you can see right there, middle of the area is going to be wide open for me. Now, but if I see off coverage, I can still go ahead and say I can stay to the left with this concept. And I'll take the check down with the tight end. Able to pick up a good 7 yards that way. If I want to attack the other side of the field, I can do so by taking Holmes and putting him on a slant route, and able to pick up some pretty good yards like that with the levels concept on the angle. So my opponent is going to be forced to try to defend this little hitch route. it's going to be something he's really going to have to struggle against. And I just like the concepts like, also if you really want to have a lot of fun against your opponent, what you can do is you can streak up the tight end and you can hit him down the seam like that and pick up some pretty good yards. So let's take a look at the last pass play of this scheme. All right, and the last play is going to be the play action counter waggle. That's going to be the last play that I'm going to pick. Really, I'm going to leave the play stock as is, except for one thing. I can go ahead and take Holmes and put him on a slant route. Reads are really going to be the following. After the play action, I'm going to go ahead and see if Reese is wide open. Based on the down and distance, if Reese is wide open, I'm going to go ahead and pass lead up and try to hit him before he gets too close to the sideline, so I can get some momentum to take him up the field. Next read will be Osbury, my tight end number 2, and see if he's open to the corner route. And then I've got Holmes that's going to be coming over on the slant route that I should be able to pick up as a third read. And then finally I got Jones on a deep post, but I'm likely not going to get to that in my progressions. So I'm going to go ahead and see Reese. I'll take the check down, pick up some yards, just a little harassment. Just going to go ahead and put him in slant. As you can see, if no one's in Reese's area, I'll go ahead and take the check down. I'll pick up the easy yards, force my opponent to play the flat. And then I've got Holmes coming across the middle, able to pick up a good 10 yards on that. And finally, I'm going to look for Osbury to be able to pick up a pretty good chunk of yards for me for that. So, I hope this scheme is just a nice little scheme. If you're not familiar with my channel, if you sat through this breakdown, I do want to let you know I basically will take this scheme on and play it online against a live opponent first time, and you can see how it works firsthand against a live opponent. Some of these schemes work out great. I'm able to move the ball efficiently. So other times I have to get out of it right away because it's just not as efficient as I labbed them. Sometimes it takes a full half, sometimes 3/4 until my opponent picks up on my tendencies and I have to switch out of it. But you can see that these schemes are effective. They're not just some kind of a made-up scheme, tips just to try to get subscribers. So if you like this stuff, if you like the full game breakdowns and me calling my plays, hit the like button. Any kind of support you guys watching my videos, I really appreciate you and appreciate my subscribers. And until next time, thanks.